why does the woman have to be the passport hoe? Why?
And then put the microphone in.
What?
So I can make sure all be passport hoes?
So I can make sure you get this work. Yeah. Okay, you good.
Okay. So I'm not understanding the term passport hoe.
Because the way I look at it is,
why is the female the passport hoe and not the male?
Well, men and women, right? So I don't call men hoes, right? Because you just promiscuous. You're not a hoe.
Dudes are sluts.
Women can be promiscuous.
No. Dudes are sluts. That's
hoe has a hoe.
Dudes are fucking
hoe
has
a meaning. Yes, hoe
Men can be hoes.
Dudes are
nasty. Yes,
no.
they can.
The definition of a hoe
we
is
getting
a
off topic, but we can go there.
The definition of a prostitute is a woman who sells her body for sex. So a man
there are male
be,
prostitutes.
There are male prostitutes.
There's
that's called a gigolo.
Look in the
That's
definition.
called a gigolo.
You can literally gigolo.
That's called a gigolo.
Let's get sassy with it. Let's go.
The definition of a male prostitute is a gigolo.
I feel like a gigolo isn't that a black guy with a bunch of white women or something?
No.
I heard that.
That's an interracial dating.
A
gigolo is a man who is selling his body for money. That's what. That's
essentially a black man.
But that's essentially
a gigolo is not it's not unique to a race. A gigolo is a man. It's unique to gender. And
hoe
prostitute
should not
is
be associated with gender. A hoe
I don't
is
think
a
it
hoe.
should.
No,
I don't think it should either.
It is 100%.
You can't change the definition of a word. You can't change the definition of a word.
If you are selling your body for money, you are a hoe.
Prostitute.
No,
I don't even. I'm gonna be honest.
Female.
He got a different perspective from this. My perspective. Hold on, real quick. My perspective is different. Mine is hoe has a negative connotation, right? Something that is respected is something that's hard to do is respected. Something that's easy to do is not. So by you having sex with a lot of men, it's not respected because it's easy. If I or any men have sex with a lot of women, it's respected because it's hard to do.
It's respected in the male community.
But then you guys turn around and call the woman easy
It's respected by women too.
So is it really hard to do?
It's respected by women too.
It's giving dirty dick.
No, it's respected by women.
It's giving. Oh my god.
No.
I don't want a man that sleeps around.
You don't have a celebrity crush?
We just said we didn't care.
I would never fuck them though.
Yeah.
I would not fuck them. No, I
She
couldn't.
said she does though.
Bruh.
No, they were like, no.
Okay, so
you have a celebrity crush, and I guarantee your celebrity crush is banging hella chicks right now, and you respect him for it, not necessarily because he's banging hella chicks, but because he's desirable, because he's attractive. So for women, it doesn't matter a man's past. You see what I'm saying? Before a man, a woman's past matters. It is a double standard for sure, but that is one of the only double standards that don't benefit women. The rest of the double standards 100%
pretty much
benefit women. So the only double standard that doesn't benefit women is the double standard that women hate the most.
You was about to say something. Go ahead. No, you was about to say something. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Don't hold your tongue down, boo boo.
I just don't think that the term hoe can only be associated with women.
I call dudes
I don't
sluts.
think that.
You call dudes sluts too.
Yeah, like celebrity males. Oh yeah, they're the biggest sluts. Oh yeah.
Hoe has a negative connotation. I just explained it. It's the same shit. So when you are doing, you have sex with a multitude of women, it's respected because it's hard to do.
I understand the double standard,
yeah.
And I recognize that the double standard exists.
Gotcha.
I don't believe it should exist for only women.
It exists because of women.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
We're trying to negate it now.
No. As a matter of fact, the double standard is only getting stronger because women are being more selective with the guys that they sleep with, so they're sleeping with a smaller percentage of men. So the double standard is only getting stronger because they're sleeping with the guys who are already getting laid. How about y'all go to that 33% of men who aren't getting laid and haven't had sex within a year? Y'all won't because they don't match your standards, whether it be physical, financial,
it's
height,
not necessarily
whatever.
that. When they don't have an interaction with a woman in so long, it's like you don't even know how to be romantic for real. You don't know how to do basic stuff.
So no. So you value dudes that been with women.
No, there's a point that
I
some
value
guys
somebody
who
that
haven't
has
been
some
with women, they don't know how to communicate with women, and that's the first steps. Like,
but you have to have hold on. But you have to have experiences to be able to do that.
You can just talk to a woman without having to sleep with a woman. Like, there's just some guys like, but
she's moving the goalposts.
But
she's moving the goalposts right now.
As a guy, if I go, because we said men are intentional, men are direct. So as a guy, if I go to a woman and I'm intentional about my reasons for talking to her, and I don't get anything out of it, I feel like it's a fucking waste of time.
Yes.
So after time after time, you just get to the point of diminishing returns where you're just like, fuck it in general. So like,
I feel like then that brings them running. I'm not gonna get off topic. But yeah, that sounds like your first like affects how it like the rest.
No, because these aren't even relationships. These aren't even like I ain't even smelt the pussy yet.
But like,
I ain't even smelled the pussy.
I'm just
it's
talking
affecting
to
your
you.
interactions though. Like your interactions with women, just meeting them is affected by your previous. And I think that's a good thing.
It's definitely affected. No, but that's life. That's a reality. You're affected by your experience. So as a guy, if you're out here and you're trying the dating thing and you're going out and you're approaching and whatnot, and you're talking to these women and say, they're dragging you along because you're not their ideal type. Meanwhile, we all know that they're sexually active with some other guy while they're still dragging you along. As a guy, you're going to catch on to that. And it's like, and then at that point, you're like, damn, I invested all this time. I invested all this energy. It feels like a waste of time. Just like a woman would feel like, if she slept with a guy and didn't get anything returned, like she slept with a guy and he immediately blocked her, didn't call her, she'd feel like shit afterwards because she'd feel like, she didn't get anything out of the situation and she felt like it was a waste of time and she regrets giving her body up. Yeah. It's the same for a man. I regret going and approaching her and buying that drink and trying to make it seem, and trying to convince her that how much I like her and trying to court her and do all this romantic shit. I regret doing that because I didn't get anything out of it. So after time of doing that, not saying this is my experience, but for the guys who aren't sexually active and who haven't gotten laid, they are doing this and then they're not getting the results that they want back. So after a while,
it's him then,
it could be, but it's also because the standards have risen. Whereas like 15, 20 years ago, that man would have been fine. He would have already been married. You know what I'm saying? He would have already had the white picket fence.
Yeah, but housing was like 50 cents.
If the standards have risen, then like, do you think that the standards have risen and the value went down?
So what?
Do you think that the standards have risen and the values have gone down? Because it's contradicting something you said earlier. So if
when you say values, be specific.
You were about to respond.
Oh yeah. So when I talk about a woman's standards rising, I'm talking about their financial standards and most specifically their physical standards. Because in my opinion, I think looks is the most important thing when it comes to dating from a woman's perspective. She's gonna weed you out based off of the way that you look up front, and then that's when the personality and all the other shit comes off. But that's why all the fuck boys are getting so much pussy, is because they look good to the woman. And then after she fucks him and then he doesn't do what she wants him to do, then he becomes the fuck boy, because now it's like he's not doing what I want him to do, so now he's a fuck boy.